Afternoon, everybody. It is Friday the 29th of April and we are up at Oakwood Mill at Selkirk, courtesy of Giles and Stuart Henry, and we're up in our herb trials which we have got established in Giles's field of 5E mixture with red clover in it that he established last April 2021. So it's been in the ground now just over a year, and we're looking to see how the herbs, are surviving and looking. So we've got within the field we have got 4 individual plots with different varieties of chicory and plantain, and then we have a farm standard mix in the rest of the field. So just a sort of quick summary. On my right here in plot 1, we've got the Puna 2 chicory, which is in at 2.68%, along with Hercules plantain at 2.5%. So that's just over 5% inclusion in the mix, which was 15 kilos an acre it was sown at. So there was 268 grams of Puna 2, 250 of Hercules for that. On my left here, plot 2, was Punter chicory. Punter is described as a vigorous establishment with excellent summer productivity and deep roots, and Hercules plantain in this one as well at 2.5. Our third plot, which is just further down, has got choice chicory at 2%, with Ecotane plantain from New Zealand at 2.5% inclusion. And the final plot at the bottom is Puna 2 chicory with Agritonic plantain, again at 2.6% for the chicory, 2% for the Agritonic plantain. Now, we're up here, like I say, just over 800 feet here, just over. We've had frost most mornings here. Giles said this week he's had frost. Tuesday morning particularly was cold here, I think -3, -4 white frost. You could see the red clover, was curled up where the cattle have walked on it. But the plantain, absolutely, here we are. Healthy, absolutely, and the chicory is good. Giles here is rotationally grazing this field with some yearling stots that he's brought up here, but he had already grazed this field at the end of March with some older stock where he quickly rotationally grazed them across it to take off the growth that was there, because there was quite a bit of growth on the chicory and plantain at the end of March, and we were just concerned that if the frost came it would be lost. So he did lightly graze the field on a rotational basis, which took that growth off. So this is the regrowth here 30 days later. An incredible growth, red clover, white clover, chicory plantain, and probably about 50% tetraploid mix in this in the 5E mix. But the impressive rates of growth at the moment. Cattle seem to be quite settled. Where they've started in the first paddock, there's reasonably good clean outs. They're just, because they've only just come onto it, these young cattle, they're just getting the taste for the herbs. They haven't had them before, so they're preferentially grazing the ryegrass and the clover, and probably not taking out as much of the herbs at the moment as they would like. But I think once they get a taste for it, they will get into it. But at the moment, the densities, it looks good at the moment. There's certainly nothing been taken out with the frost. The only damage we're seeing from the frost is probably on the red clover that's been curled up a bit. But just looking down through them, we can't see that any one of those components has been adversely affected by this frost. Mind you, it is not as cold as it was last April when we had those 20 nights of white frost in April, but still, they're looking well. So we'll keep you informed as the season goes on. But, at the moment, for the end of April, very impressive the amount of growth we've got here, considering it's already had one light grazing over it, and the cattle are very contented. Thank you.